We're coming to you live tonight from the Fox News West Coast Bureau in Los Angeles. We begin this evening on the other coast, however, where President Trump is calling for tougher action against terrorism, what he calls getting nasty following a bombing at a London subway station. It happened during the morning rush. No one was killed, but 29 people were wounded. ISIS is claiming responsibility tonight. A massive manhunt is underway for the bomber, and Great Britain has raised security levels, fearing another attack may be imminent. Chief White House correspondent John Roberts starts us off tonight from the North Lawn. Good evening, John.
Good evening to you, Brett. The president stood shoulder to shoulder with the UK today, as he has done so many times after terror attacks there, but also, as he has done in the past, managed to raise the ire of British authorities. At Joint Base Andrews this afternoon, President Trump condemned the attack on the London subway, the fifth time terrorists have targeted British civilians this year.
I want to say that our hearts and prayers go out to the people of London who suffered a vicious terrorist attack. Radical Islamic terrorism. It will be eradicated, believe me.
Earlier today, the president raised eyebrows in the UK when he appeared to suggest British police had dropped the ball, tweeting the perpetrator was, quote, a loser terrorist who was, quote, in the sights of Scotland Yard, must be proactive. British Prime Minister Theresa May did not appear to approve.
I never think it's helpful for anybody to speculate on what is an ongoing investigation.
Shortly after that, the president and prime minister talked. Number 10 Downing Street saying only, quote, President Trump called the prime minister earlier today to offer his condolences over this morning's cowardly attack in London. The two leaders will meet next week on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. Terrorism will be a dominant topic on the U.S. agenda. In a preview of the president's speech next Tuesday, UN Ambassador Nikki Haley put it bluntly.
He slaps the right people. He hugs the right people.
The biggest slaps will be reserved for Iran and North Korea, who many experts believe are colluding on missiles and nuclear weapons. While the president prefers to give tough new sanctions against North Korea time to work, military action is still a possibility.
We've been kicking the can down the road, and we're out of road. And so for those who have said and have been commenting about the lack of a military option, there is a military option.
I have no problem kicking it to General Mattis because I think he has plenty of options.
President Trump backed that up after meeting with airmen and women at Joint Base Andrews.
After seeing your capabilities and commitment here today, I am more confident than ever that our options in addressing this threat are both effective and overwhelming.
The president today also took a swing at sports network ESPN after one of its hosts, Jemele Hill, tweeted on Monday, quote, Donald Trump is a white supremacist who has largely surrounded himself with other white supremacists. President Trump today lashed out, tweeting, quote, ESPN is paying a really big price for its politics and bad programming. People are dumping it in record numbers. Apologize for untruth. Press Secretary Sarah Sanders on Tuesday said what Hill did was a fireable offense. That prompted a Democratic PAC to file an ethics complaint against her, saying, well, she shouldn't have tried to influence ESPN into firing her. Sanders insisted today that she isn't out to fire Jemele Hill, just saying that what she did is a fireable offense, and today she slammed ESPN for suspending a conservative anchor